see how this is working. Test this stream, see if the music and everything's good. I'm going to do the instructions on how to hover and land the Osprey, the death trap of the skies. So here we go, we're here. I'm going to go to my home base airport, Goshen, Indiana. Okay. Let's go off the grass runway. Departure. And we're going to fly this beast. Chat went. That makes me mad. Usually it's right here. Oh, there's chat. Okay, I got it. Just in case somebody turns on and watches. That way I can answer any questions. It's almost there. Got my trusty Roxy right by my side. Kind of a nasty day here in Indiana. Storms coming. Okay. All right, we're going to do this. Take the nostrils. Oh, wait a second here. I'll be right back. Control options. I set up one especially for the Osprey. Like sailplanes and everything else I do. There we go. Flying safe. Alright, let's go back and see if my controls look like I want to. Resume. Okay, we're here. Okay. Yep, they're working. Take us to 90 degrees. The best way to learn how to fly this thing is to just take it up and hover it around. Control it, hovering. Get used to using the rudder pedals in your trim. Try to turn into the wind when you're landing. And use your trim button to stay into the wind and not change your 90 degrees here. Just leave it at 90 degrees. Mess with your trim down to stay in the wind so you're coming down straight. Okay, it's very important. This is the first lesson on going up and learning how to hover. Alright, so see what the outside view looks like. That's what I like. Alright, here we go. Bring up your throttles. very slowly. See, I'm pulling back and forth on the elevator. See how I'm going forward and backwards and going up and back. That's how do you keep it where you want to go. You just take it up nice and go. Get your RPM is too high right now. There you go. Now you can go up and hover. That's where you want to hold it. You can leave your throttle right there and fly it around quite a bit. If you do turns or anything, it's going to want to sink on you. So you have to watch that. Okay. Now, watch me hit the trim button now. Tapping it. I'm tapping it. And see how I stop? Now I'm hitting the trim button back so I can hover. This is how I situate myself over where I want to land. It doesn't take very much. The Osprey. And there I am hovering and climbing slowly. This is what it looks like outside. And you see how the pitch is going down in the nose. I just trimmed it down a little bit so I don't go backwards, because I'm going backwards. And I'm at 90 degrees. Once you get that nice position, you can take your rudder pedals. You're going to start to sink. Start using your rudder pedals. Okay. And that's basically it. It'll fly like this for a long time. Just very little back and forth on the trim. See how I'm just trimming? See how it does? Not hard at all to hover this thing. And then if you want to come down, I'm going up still. So you can go back inside your cockpit and watch your RPM. As long as you see that, then don't see the little yellow RPM high over there coming down. Now see, I'm just using my elevator, elevator up and down to stay here, stay where I want to go. I'm actually pushing down a little bit to stop. And if you want to come down, just slowly throttle back. And there you're coming down. And you want to keep your rate of descent under 1,500 feet a minute, because you go at 1,500 feet a minute, you'll have a fail light come on. This is the best way to practice landing this thing, is to go up and just hover first and move it around. As you move around, you watch your over here and your gauge over here and make sure it stays out of that red. You get into that red, you're going to be in trouble, because you're going to be descending too fast. So you see I'm just now holding pretty close. You just slowly bring it back. Slowly bring it back. And you'll start descending. And you don't have to descend fast. See how it's starting to pick up speed? You just got to watch it. You just got to watch it very carefully. I'm using back and forth on my elevator to do that, to come down. Once you get close to the ground, your ground effect's going to kick in, and this will be a big difference. If you're on live weather, it will push you sideways, it'll push you back, depending on which way you're going. You want to always see where the windsock is, where you're landing, and see how fast see how you want to, which direction you need to fly towards. If you know the wind, see how I'm doing? Just very patiently. I haven't moved my throttle at all once I got it set. It's doing 260, 250 feet a minute down. It's just very gentle movements. And you'll notice when you get to the ground, close to the ground, it'll want to stop at this. It won't continue to go. It'll slow down even more, because the ground effects between the rotors and the ground make it more stable, make it slow down. This is a good speed to land at, around 200 feet a minute. And see, I haven't touched the throttle at all. All I'm doing is my pitch control up and down. And you come down very nice. And if you want to go back up, you just throttle up really slowly. You have to do very little touches on the throttle. This is what needs to be practiced. If it gets close to the ground, I throttle up a little bit to slow it down. So it's really slow. I'm 16 feet a minute, down to 12. See how the pitch control? Now I want to stop it so it doesn't roll. I'm down. That is what you need to practice. You can practice that and do that up and down. You'll be good at it almost every time. Once you get that down, the next lesson would be to turn it around and be able to, just by rotating your ailerons back and forth. Keep it into the wind that way. If it's on a windy day, it's going to be a little tougher. Alright, well, I hope this helps somebody. If they watch, it's not that hard to do this. Practice this, and then go up, fly around, come in, slow down. I always put it, I get high and I start to move in and I tilt it forward to start to dive. Then I start tipping my nostrils back and it slows me down as I get closer to the ground. I use my altitude to make the pitch so I get it at 90. Once I get it set at 90, then I use my rudders, ailerons, and my pitch control to shoulder play down over the spot I want to land at. Okay? Thanks for watching. I hope this helps somebody. Have a good day.